Welcome to the channel. So today in this video, we're going to prove how 0 factorial is equal to 1. So we have three ways of proving the same. The first way is completing the pattern. The second way is a logical one. And the third way will be the graphical representation. So let's see how the first way, that is the completion of the pattern, will work. So to make this work, first of all, we'll take 5 factorial. So 5 factorial, as you know, is equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So this whole value will be equal to 5 factorial. Now let's move to 4 factorial. 4 factorial will be equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. This value can also be obtained by dividing 5 factorial by 5. So dividing 5 factorial by 5 will give us value equal to 4 factorial. Because if we divide 5 factorial by this 5 and this 5 cancels away, and we'll get 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which will be equal to 4 factorial. Similarly, 3 factorial will be equal to 3 times 2 times 1. And this value can also be obtained by dividing this 4 factorial by 4. And if we divide this 4 factorial by 4, this 4 and this 4 goes away, we'll get 3 times 2 times 1, which will again be equal to 3 factorial. Which means dividing 4 factorial by 4 will provide us the value equal to 3 factorial. Now let's move towards 2 factorial. 2 factorial, as we know, it is equal to 2 times 1. So again, we'll follow the same method. We'll divide this 3 factorial by 3, which means this 3 and this 3 cancel away. We'll get 2 times 1, and 2 times 1 is equal to 2 factorial. Now let's move to 1 factorial. 1 factorial is equal to 1, as we know. So again, we can obtain this value by dividing 2 factorial by 2. So this 2 and this 2 cancels away, and we'll get value equal to 1 factorial. That's equal to 1. So now what will be 0 factorial equal to? 0 factorial will again be equal to 1, because we know we have been dividing 5 factorial by 5, 4 factorial by 4, 3 factorial by 3, 2 factorial by 2. Finally, let's now divide 1 factorial by 1. So this means this 1 and this 1 cancels away, and that will again lead us to the value equal to 1, which thus shows that 0 factorial is equal to 1. Now let's move to the logical method, the logical way rather. N factorial means the number of ways n objects can be arranged. So using this, let us suppose we have two objects. One of them is of circular shape, the other one is rectangular. So these two shapes, these two objects can be arranged either in this way or in this way. So which means we have two shapes. So 2 factorial means we can arrange these two shapes or two objects in two different ways. The first way, which is shown above, and the second way, which is shown below. So now let's try to arrange one object. So in this case, we are having a circular shape, and it can be arranged in only one way. So which means 1 factorial is equal to 1. Now let's suppose we have no object. Rather, we have 0 objects, which means that there is only one way, that is this way. The way we have, that means there is nothing. So this is also a way to represent 0 factorial, which means that 0 factorial or 0 objects can be arranged in a single way, that is only a one way. Now let's see how graphical representation works. So here we have 1 factorial, as you know it's equal to 1, 2 factorial, as we know it's equal to 2, and 3 factorial, as we know it's equal to 6. Now if we'll join the point of intersection of 1 factorial and 1, we'll find that this line will again intersect y-axis at 1, showing that 0 factorial is also equal to 1. I hope this makes sense. Do subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.